really, really cool if I opened them in front of all of you, because all of you together made this possible for me. And for those of you who don't know, a couple of years ago, I was just a regular classroom teacher using Boomwriter. And my first year, we wrote a book, we did Great Treasure Hunt, and we had a big publishing party, which was really, really cool. And all of my pictures I gave to Alicia, who put them on the internet, and we kind of became infamous for using Boomwriter. And the second year I used it, I'd already written a book, so I'm always looking to try something new, try something different. So I was gonna do what was called Project Writer at the time. Remember, Ken? It was called Project Writer. And I was originally just gonna write poetry. And I thought, oh, this would be cool. We'll just do a little poetry unit and write that. And then we got the idea of the journals. And right away I loved it, and I wanted to do my first entry as something really, really cool and special. And so my very first entry in the journal was this. It was right about a time when someone was mean to you, and right about a time you were mean to somebody else. Remember, Ken? Remember, that was my first journal. And so I let the kids write, and I talked to them about it, and the room was quiet. It was totally quiet. And I walked around, and they were just typing away. And they were so honest. They said, yes, Mrs. Walker, I was really mean to somebody, and this is what I did. And then they would say, well, you know, Mrs. Walker, somebody was really mean to me, and this is what they did. And so they just wrote their hearts out. And then I went home that night, and in the response, I started writing back to them. And this is what happened. Louise, this is what happened. This is why the feedback is so important. When I started giving them feedback, that became their very favorite part. They would log in early just to see what I wrote them. And with 83 kids giving them personalized feedback, it took forever. And my family will tell you, I spent hours on the couch just typing their feedback, and they loved it. And I'll never forget, I went to school one day, and two of my girls pulled me out in the hallway, and there were tears coming down their faces. They said, Mrs. Walker, we have to talk to you. And I said, okay. And so we went out into the hallway, and they were just talking about their journal and how they'd written something really important and how I'd helped them with their responses. And I knew right away this is what we had to do. And the journal became everything. And the feedback, Ken, you know what I'm going to say? The feedback became the heart of the journal. I loved it. Okay, so we kept on writing these journals, and I did some academic ones. Yes, Ken, I did some academic journals too. But most of the ones I wrote were just from the heart. Or I would have open journals where they could just write about anything they wanted to. And then I was going to have a publishing party, and I'd invited the mayor and the governor, and I thought Ken was going to fly out, and then this virus hit, and schools shut down. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't even get to say goodbye to them. Okay? And I'd already closed out the journals, and then Ken and I decided that we would open them back up and let the boys and girls use them during the virus, which was a lifesaver because they got to express how they were feeling during this time away from me, which was totally awesome. So I have these journals here. I haven't even opened them because I wanted you all to be a part of this. So I'm gonna open them up, and we're gonna take a look at how awesome they're gonna be. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna open them now. Opening the journals. Pull one out.
Couple on that end.
Look at how cool it looks. Look at the outside. And just like I thought, their little groomer is on the outside with their pet. Very important. They love that. They love that. And their name is on the outside. It looks so cool. Okay, I'm going to open it up now. I'm going to look at the inside. I have to put my glasses on because I'm old. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. My feedback is in there. It looks amazing. Look, look, right there. Right there. It says teacher feedback. That is so amazing. I love it. I love it. This is so amazing. All their words, they're all in there. There's my feedback. I love it. I love it. It's really making me emotional because I didn't get to say goodbye to them. I didn't get to say goodbye to them. School just ended and we were done and I didn't get to say goodbye, but these journals are so special, and all of you, oh my gosh, all of you made this happen. All of you, the whole team. Louise, thank you so much for going back and adding the feedback in there. Ken, Alicia, Monica, all of you together. Vinicius, everybody. Lolly, you did this. You did this. You made these journals happen for these boys and girls. You made these journals happen for me. We're the first class to do this, and just seeing their words right now just is so emotional to me. I've missed them so much. For 4 months I haven't seen them. I never got to say goodbye, and these journals are just incredible. Now, my plan for these journals is we're going to try and have a celebration for them in a few weeks. Okay, it's almost the middle of July, so I'm going to try that last week of July, maybe the first week of August, to take these journals to the boys and girls and have them come up and have a signing party for their journals so that we can do one happy thing in the middle of this really horrible virus. So I will take lots and lots of pictures when we have our signing party, and I just thank you so much for making this day happen for me and sending me these journals. And even though I'm crying, I'm sorry, they're just really, really happy tears, and I'm very emotional and I'm very overwhelmed, and I just can't wait to see their faces when they finally get these journals. We had a drive-through celebration at school when it was May, and when they drove through, it was like a funeral procession. They were very, very sad, and I'll never forget, there was one boy, Joshua Oche, and he wouldn't even look at me. He wouldn't even look at me, and so I went in the car with him, and when he turned his face, he just had tears. He was crying. He couldn't even look at me. And so I got in the car and I hugged him. I'll never forget that. And so when I hand him his journal, it is my hope that he will just smile and be happy along with the other 82 boys and girls that have journals in here. So thank all of you so much. I thank you. I'm so blessed to be a part of your team, because what you do, what all of you do, is so very, very important for boys and girls. Your product is children. Your product is children, and I'm just in the classroom teaching school, and I am telling you, they love this. They love what you do. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm sorry, but I just wanted you all to be here and be a part of this, because you're my family too. So thank you again for these journals. I love them. I love them. This is definitely the best present ever. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.